کاوش مدیا.
I'm convinced that there was sufficient hostility in this country still to Iran on both parties that Hillary Clinton's difficulties were caused in part by the bold action that President Obama had taken. Now we come to today. Donald Trump, as candidate, claimed in 2016 that the nuclear deal was the worst agreement ever written. And in his criticism of candidate Clinton and his criticism of Obama, he put the centerpiece as Iran. And after he became president, he withdrew from that nuclear deal, and he made Iran nuclear deal one of the most divisive policy issues in the current presidential election campaign. Despite Trump's promises that heavy pressure on Iran would lead Tehran to negotiate a better deal on the nuclear agreement, that never happened. And I want to tell you that I think danger of conflict with Iran today is higher than I have seen it in my 20 years of working on the Iran issue, and probably in the 40 years since the 1979 coup against the Shah. And you know, today, you read today in the papers that the President Trump has authorized his agency to alert us to the fact that Iran is trying to interfere in our relations. So here is this country of 80 million people. It's a large country, but in the Middle East and the world it's small. And they have played this uniquely strategic role in the thinking of presidents up until today. Now let me recapitulate quickly. Why are Iranians so hostile to the U.S.? I talked about the first overthrow of the democratically elected government in 1953. The Shah taking over and was a brutal monarch during particularly the last years he was in office. We supported Saddam Hussein in Iraq's brutal invasion of Iran. We backed the Shah during those years. In 1988, during one of our military confrontations with Iran, the U.S. military mistakenly shot down an Iranian commercial airliner, killing 290 civilians. The U.S. actions against the now extreme pressure against Iran's 80 million people has been unprecedented. They have drastically reduced Iran's ability to import medicines, medical equipment, food, and during the pandemic, particularly damaging to the population. And early in 2020, the U.S. openly assassinated a senior government official, Sulيمانی.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند